Hello YouTube, welcome along, welcome to two people talking about the
Summer Games Fest.
it's E3 season.
It's the Summer Games Fest kickoff.
Yes, the Summer Games kickoff was yesterday, Thursday, today is Friday, and
It was good.
I was on, as in our chats on your channel, I was on the fence whether or not we do any chats regarding E3 this year, but the Summer Games Fest kicked off and there is an awful lot of things in it.
Yeah, that's just the kickoff show.
Yeah, like something that if we decided to cover all of it in your chats, it would be a 6-hour thing.
Yeah, it'd be a long.
If this continues on the way it's going. Anyway, so there were some pretty big announcements, some pretty cool things, some things I went, what the fuck, and shelling for Prime.
yeah. There was a lot of shilling.
Shilling.
A lot of shilling for Prime. But, if they're sponsoring the event, then...
Yeah, I know. I just thought segue was jarring. I got almost whiplash from that segue.
Yeah.
Anyway, so obviously it was hosted by the one and only Jeff.
It's good old Jeff.
Good old Jeff.
Actually, speaking about the Amazon Prime thing, there was a little part of me that was like, are we gonna end up like the Game Awards again?
It felt like it was going to, but
Yeah,
it
it didn't.
which is good. So they kicked off with for anyone who was a fan of Borderlands, Wonderlands. Most importantly, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
It's what it looks like. It's basically the DLC from Borderlands 2.
Yeah.
Of the like the D&D
The
thing.
D&D thing that
It basically looks
DLC.
like they're just turning that into a full-blown game.
They're turning that into a standalone Borderlands game, kind of thing, like a side spin-off, which I'm fine. It's Tiny Tina's, or what was it called? Tiny Tina's
Wonderland.
No, that's the game that's called. What the DLC was called, because it wasn't.
Oh, Tiny Tina's Dungeon Adventure. It's a really long name.
It is a really long one. But like a lot of people said that was one of the best things from Borderlands 2 was that.
It was. It really was. It was really good and funny, and the humor was on point. But the thing that like works for it is because the people that make Borderlands are all D&D.
Yeah.
They're all D&D nuts, so they know the jokes.
Yeah, they know the jokes and the way to make the mechanics work and all that. But yeah, I as a standalone, I'm not going to say no to that. That looks like fun. You're going to get to be able to customize your own character. Apparently,
yeah, you get to make your own character,
apparently, which is
lovely.
Pretty cool. And also, it kind of hinted at potentially you can make your own guns. Which was the only step on from Borderlands, really. That was the only way they could go on. So yeah, it's. I can't see this not doing well.
Yeah. I think if you like Borderlands, you'll probably.
Tiny Tina is one of the most favorite characters, fan favorite characters. And like I said, the D&D inspired DLC for Borderlands 2 was one of their more critically acclaimed parts of the campaign. So yeah, really, really cool.
I like Borderlands.
Yeah, Borderlands is fun.
So
granted, it gets a bit monotonous on your own, but Borderlands is fun. From that, we went into something completely out of left field. So, ladies and gentlemen, do you like Metal Slug? I take that as yes. Do you like tactics? If you answered yes specifically to those two questions, this game is for you, because Metal Slug Tactics.
Yeah, it
isometric, a la Disgaea and Final Fantasy Tactics, but in the Metal Slug style and universe. And it looks fun as hell.
It looks really good.
It's just like, I remember you said, we were watching it, you were going, yeah, but Metal Slug is just about firing guns. Ah, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, it is, but now you're just doing it tactfully. Like, yeah, I don't know, blowing up a bridge on top of some enemies.
Yes.
Look, it looks really, really good. It has it's nailed the classic Metal Slug style, but put into an isometric 3D plane, and it looks surprisingly. When someone thinks let's make a tactical strategy game based on a side-scrolling shooter,
Yeah.
bullet hell, like Metal Slug, like the first reaction is literally like, oh, this doesn't sound like it. This doesn't sound like it. This should never work. And to be honest, it probably shouldn't never work, but it looks like it's going to.
It looks good.
It does. It looks really, really good.
We're going to be saying this a lot. That it looks.
There was a lot on.
There was a lot that actually looked good.
There was a lot on that was looking really, really, really cool and interesting. Speaking of which, we then had a guest appearance from Kojima, Hideo Kojima, and PS5 is going to get. I mean, to be honest, if the one person who has a PS5. We'll be able to play we'll be able to play the Death Stranding director's cut.
Yeah, where they had that very weird trailer.
Yes, it was like, oh my god! When I first saw here's the thing: if you haven't seen it, and I recommend everyone do, because there were so many nods to Metal Gear, ridiculous amounts of nods to Metal Gear.
Yeah,
like there's a cardboard box. He gets in the cardboard box. It's the wrong way around though. Like the layout, the layout of the warehouse is eerily familiar to certain Metal Gear layouts. I was literally like, wait, hang on, are we getting a crossover with Metal Gear? What the fuck is this? It was ridiculous, glorious but ridiculous. So yeah, the PS5 is getting the director, so I don't know what's going to be added, taken out, moved around. I honestly don't know.
He did skirt around the question of what's the new IP that he's
It's a horror game.
working on. It's most likely. Everyone's like, it's got to be a horror game.
It's got to be a horror game.
It's got to be a horror
He did say though, he was talking about like how the stuff he's been putting in his games, like the whole thing of like gene soldiers and like mercenary corporations that make money from war and blah blah blah, like in and he's like, he was basically saying, like, I usually make these stories based on what I think may happen in the next 30 years, and it's like, like Death Stranding is like, yeah, 2 years. So I need to rethink my creativity. It's easy. Just get the Gundam license, okay? Kojima, get the Gundam license and make me a damn good Gundam game. It'd be great.
It'd be fun. It'd be
amazing. Zonny the Enders is one of the most underappreciated, even though everyone loves it, underappreciated games. Because it's great.
It is. It is a good game.
It outdoes Gundam games at being a Gundam. After that, I'm not going to cover everything that was in it because some of this stuff was like Call of Duty.
Oh yeah.
There was stuff. There was live performances. I think Weezer had. Was it Weezer?
Weezer played it,
and they actually said there wasn't gonna be a DMCA hit on it. Apparently, people at the Summer Game Festival were actually telling streamers to stream. And that everything would be fine. Yeah. But then again, record companies don't give a flying fuck about what other people say.
That's very true.
They even DMCA themselves.
Yeah, they do. Which is weird.
Which just just shows how bullshitty stupid the DMCA system is. But anyway, I digress. Next was Salt and Sacrifice, which was
it's like a 2D Dark Souls.
Yeah, it was literally looking like a 2D.
It looks really fucking cool.
Pixel art Dark Souls.
That's the one that I like kind of latched onto.
Yeah.
For the whole thing, apart from obviously the thing that happened at the end. But yeah, Salt and Sacrifice.
I think, to be honest,
was the game
no one
that
knows what happened
like...
at the end by now. I'd be shocked, even though it's like less than a day since it's happened. But yeah, Salt and Sacrifice looks really interesting. It's like we said, it's a 2D
Dark Souls
pixel art, but not bright pixel art. It's like dark tones and all that, and it looks really gritty and grimy. But really, the combat looks really cool. You can co-op it, which sounds amazing. And they are the most weird mages I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, you gotta kill some mages, and that ain't a mage. That ain't a mage. That's not what a mage looks like.
Yeah, they definitely went all out on the boss designs, which is kind of cool. It does look really cool. We'll keep an eye on that one. Following that was a new look at Solar Ash. So if anyone remembers Summer Game Festival last year, the parkour / Shadow of the Colossus mix game.
Oh
very bright.
So it's coming to the PlayStation.
Yeah, it's coming to PlayStation, Steam, and I think Xbox.
No, it's just PlayStation.
Or is it just PlayStation?
PlayStation and Steam.
Yeah. They showed a little bit more. There's definitely been some. I wouldn't say redesigns. I think they've added more details into the character, because the character originally just a very plain model. So obviously they've added more details. And it actually showed how you would get on these flying monsters and what you do to go around, and it's basically parkouring on a giant flying monster thing.
Yeah, sounds about right.
It looks. It's one of those. It's looking interesting. It's maybe not my cup of tea sort of thing, but
it might be one of those where it's good to watch.
Yeah, but it's definitely one to keep an eye on. I think all of these actually need to be kept an eye on. After Solar Ash, because it was a very quick one. That one was Chivalry 2, which was launched.
Yeah,
it just was
launched
launched. Yesterday was the official launch. And it's Chivalry.
I've been watching people stream it.
Oh, it looks really fun to play. If my PC could handle it, I might do.
You can get it on your PlayStation.
I could get it on my PlayStation, but my PlayStation. Well, one, it is ridiculously hot right now, and two, I think my PlayStation's starting to complain about the heat, which is kind of worrying because I don't have a PS5 yet.
You can get
scalpers.
You can still get PS4s.
Yes, I can still get PS4s.
Actually, they're a lot cheaper now.
Yes, thankfully. Anyway, but Chivalry 2 looks really fun. I have yet to see someone playing it and not enjoy themselves. Which is, and again, like Mordheim and the original Chivalry, there's not much. Well, I wouldn't say there's not much new here, but they've basically refined what was in Chivalry 2 and made it more.
Yeah.
Basically took what worked and make it better. From there, Valorant, they did a little thing on Valorant Episode 3, which I think is just a bunch of skins.
They're going to, because it's a year, it's like an anniversary.
Yeah, it's a year anniversary.
So
they've got a special.
Everyone's getting a nameplate if they're part of Prime, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, something like that.
You can get a nameplate, you can get a couple of skins, and they showed off a 5-second thing for the new character.
Yeah. Which
was literally just a robot hanging from the ceiling.
Yes, and yeah.
I died.
We don't play Valorant. We don't care. No. But
Valorant's always been for me, it's always been that game that's sort of it's a niche inside of a niche.
It's a hero shooter inside CS:GO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
Yeah, and yet people find it gets big numbers from some people, so it is obviously popular. Just not our cup of tea.
No.
From there was a little bit more info. Basically, Escape from Tarkov are releasing very soon their next bit of the map that they've been working on, which is I think it was a city area.
Yeah, it's towers, city blocks and stuff like that.
Now, for anyone who doesn't know what Escape from Tarkov is, think Modern Warfare, Battle Royale, but armor style, not armor, but much more realistic. You get killed very quickly.
Yeah, Tarkov, I think it originally spawned from an armor mod.
Yeah, but everything is much more hyper realistic and
and the idea of there's no, if I remember correctly, there's no gas for that battle royale. There's no gas coming in. The whole idea is to get out.
Yeah.
Of the city.
Yeah, it's like the title says, you've got to escape from Tarkov.
And I think it's not you can actually go through and get out without killing anybody.
Yeah, so, but it is very, very
odd. It's very realistic with its shooting.
2 seconds. Because I don't want Norton getting in the way of us because he decided to put the screensaver on, and I don't want that. Thank you very much, because we are recording. Fucking machines. Anyway, but yeah, it does look like they've put a lot of work into this. People are saying that you can actually like blow the walls out, and
I'm liking I am genuinely liking.
They've put a lot of detail into this area. Like, it looks pretty impressive.
Like the fact that it looks like you can go into all the buildings as well.
Yeah, like there's not just like blocks of what he's pretending to be a building, but it's just a general no go only.
Yeah.
Like you can actually go into everything. I think if they are going to have like walls to blow, you can blow holes through walls. If you stopped people from going into certain buildings, it would ruin the immersion. And the thing with Tarkov is like, if it has the tension that like battle royale games have,
yeah.
But because of the fact that they've gone for a hyper realistic type of like gunplay, it's even more because like one little mistake and you're done. So yeah, the people who are fans of Escape from Tarkov, that they've got that to look forward to, new areas to learn and routes to figure out and blind spots to be on the receiving end. And then for a complete change of direction, we have 2 Point Campus. Now, if anyone liked Theme Hospital, there was a technically a spiritual successor in the fact that we had 2 Point Hospital. And they've decided that what they're going to do, therefore next, the people behind 2 Point Hospital, is they're going to now do a university campus management / simulator. It looks just as daft and silly as 2 Point Hospital, which is a good thing, because it knows when it's all tongue in cheek and all fun and like the serious simulation like put into the groundwork as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it looks good. They've got some weird like it's basically like they've got like classes for everything. So you have like a knights jousting and wizards and technology.
Yeah, it's like they built in the trailer. They built like a giant robot, didn't they? Or something
Yeah,
like
and that went wild and blew up. And it was just like, yeah, okay, so that's where we're going.
That's where we're going with this. I see.
Take all the silliness and dial it up to 10. That's fine. Trying to think what else. What else did I see in the trailer? There was this weird frisbee sport that they were showing us that was in the trailer as well.
That might be a college thing, though.
I think it's just a random sport.
You see it on TV.
I think it's just a random sport that they made up for it.
Possibly.
It's most likely that because like the thing with 2.9 Theme Hospital was like the illnesses were not like real life illnesses. They were like swollen tongue syndrome, where the person said like to cure it you'd cut off the tongue.
Yeah,
but the person would be fine because it's just the swelling would never go down, so the tongue would be back to normal size.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, makes total sense. I know. So yeah, that's something to keep an eye on. I've always wanted to actually get 2 Point Hospital, and I've just never gotten around to get it. So maybe I will. After that, next thing we found interesting, Smite is having a Stranger Things crossover.
Yeah, it looks like it's just skins.
It looks like it's just skins, except the Demogorgon's going to be potentially in it, I think.
Is it?
I think. I don't know. I know. 11 is. I think 11 is definitely a skin.
Yeah.
For one of the gods, but I think the Demogorgon is actually going to be.
Is it the Demogorgon or is it the Mind Flayer?
It might be the Mind Flayer. I don't know.
I
don't play Smite, so I don't know what gods.
The Mind Flayer is that big on 4-leg thing.
Well, yeah, but the Demogorgon was there as well. So.
Yeah, Demogorgon's the one with the weird flower.
Yeah, the flower head. Yeah. Look, I know what the Demogorgon is. I play Dead by Daylight.
I know.
I know that. Anyway, yeah, something to look forward to for
My fans, I suppose.
Yeah.
They have just had the Last Airbender crossover.
Yeah, they had the Last Airbender crossover, which Jeff called the Last Airbender.
The Last Bender.
The Last Bender.
The Last Bender.
Yeah, there was a not many, but one or two like little slip ups. Payday 3. Did you catch that?
I think so.
Payday 3 2.
Oh yeah, Payday 3 too.
Yeah, there was a bit where I don't know whether it was advertising a publisher or something, but it was like showing a whole bunch of games that have already come out, and then he said Payday 3 2. So I don't know whether Overkill it's Overkill, isn't it? That does Payday.
Yes.
I don't know whether or not Overkill actually have something in the works or not. But if Payday 3 suddenly is announced, we're no longer going to be surprised. Anyway, next was, I think it's the Anacosta. I think it's the Left 4 Dead 70.
Oh, it's the space one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's basically
it's kind of like a tongue-in-cheek Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, tongue-in-cheek Left 4 Dead with a 70s space style.
Yeah. It looks alright. It looks like Left 4 Dead.
Yeah. Yeah, because there was also an MMO that's been out in South Korea that's coming over here. That's from Amazon.
Lost Ark?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know about that one, yeah.
It
Amazon
looks like
Games.
Amazon Games. Well, to be honest, until Amazon actually releases anything.
Yeah, they did show. What did they show? Did they show anything of Lost World?
New World. Yes.
New World?
Yes.
Did they?
Yes.
I can't really remember.
Nothing of. Well, it's got a release date now. August.
Oh yes, that they announced the release date.
The open beta is apparently next month.
Yeah, there's going to be no closed beta.
Closed beta next month,
closed
and full release is in August.
Yeah, August 22nd.
I don't think there was anything like massively new announced.
No, I don't think so. Okay, I think because
at the moment they're still trying to fix the fire they caused with the shop.
Yeah, like New World, it's that game that's like really. I mean, we've been talking about it in my chats.
The chat's on your channel.
Yeah, that one. That's what I mean.
There we go.
The whole, it's a good game. It looks good and looks fun, but the decisions that they're making at the moment, they really are putting it in a negative light.
Yeah, with this close now to release, you don't really want.
Aye.
That's only gonna hurt you. Following that, like I say, nothing new for New World. I think pretty much a lot of the scenes in that we saw, maybe different camera angles and different footage, but like there wasn't any like new areas revealed.
No.
But yeah, it's one that has an interesting premise, but like the recent news things puts me in a bit of a trepidation for it. Which is a shame because it shows real good promise.
It does.
Following New World, we went into Rocket League. It's getting the Fast and Furious crossover.
Which I'm generally quite surprised it took them this long.
I know
to do it, considering we had a WWE one.
Yes.
Before this,
like Rocket League and Fast and Furious almost instantly go together. It's like, why is this not?
Why is it taking this long?
So I think the freak vehicles are, you've got Vin Diesel's classic from the first film, which is the I can't remember what it's called.
The Mustang, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the the one that looks like the Mustang, but it's got an actual proper name to it.
Yeah.
Fast and Furious fans will be able to name it. But there's also a Nissan Skyline.
Yes, with the big. Is that the one with the big rocket that's on top of it?
I think so. Yeah. Or as Jeff called it, Nissan. Nissan.
Nissan. Do you want a Nissan?
God damn America! At least you know the vast majority.
He's not American. He's Canadian.
Oh, is he? North American. You North Americaners. God, at least other blooming parts that speak English, you can put it down to the accent, the way they pronounce certain things. But Jesus Christ. Anyway, minor gripe out of the way. Yeah, I'm surprised that it's took them this long to put anything to do with Fast and Furious into Rocket League. You would have thought that was a go-to first thing, but nope. No, it's took them this. Actually, took them an entire game generation.
Mm-hmm.
An entire console generation has took them to put Fast and Furious in. Oh well. Following that, we had. I think this is the first actual look at Blood Hunt.
That's the Vampire
the Masquerade Blood Hunt, which looks like a
Team Battle
Royale type thing. To which I'm like, okay, this may be cool, but like, how does this fit?
Yeah.
How does this fit into Vampire the Masquerade?
I'm not gonna lie.
The whole point, one of the whole things you have to make sure is not to reveal that you're a vampire, and they've got footage of them jumping over buildings and firing machine guns, and it's like, I'm like, how the fuck do they keep this under wraps? But it looks good.
No, I'm not interested.
But you're not never interested in battle royale. You've never been drawn.
Yeah, that's true. Battle royales are the...
So yeah, it'll be interesting. It looks like you can customize your character to whatever you look, and you can pick like houses of clans. I think it's clans, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
In Vampire the Masquerade, yeah, you can actually pick one of the actual clans, and like Nosferatu and all that sort of stuff. So, and they'll have different I would imagine different abilities based on that. In lieu with Vampire the Masquerade. So yeah, I mean, we didn't get to see actual game. I don't think we saw actual gameplay of many of the games here. It was all just trailers. So these all look interesting, but the trailers are designed to make them look interesting.
Yeah.
So. Following that was the third Dark Pictures anthology.
Oh yes,
House of Ashes.
Yes, and this time we can actually say it was actual gameplay, because that's probably actually what it looks like.
Yeah, because these are the guys that came out with
Until Dawn.
Made Him Dan. Made Him Dan and Little Hope are part of this anthology.
I need to get a Little Hope.
And the House of Ashes is set in Iraq, and basically the basic premise is a group of Marines end up in this underground cavern of some sort.
It looks like an underground temple, like they fall into it.
Yeah, and there seems to be some, for a better word, bat people.
Yeah.
Giant bat things.
Or at least bat thing.
That are eating, potentially eating them, definitely killing them. And yeah, so if anyone's a fan of these games, the Dark Picture games,
I am.
Yeah,
I like them. They're pretty good.
So I
do need to get a Little Hope.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's like you got something to look forward to. The continuation of what seems to be. If not, are they actually connected, or are they just basically multiple stories based in the same universe?
I don't even know if they're based in the same universe.
I would imagine.
I would assume so.
I would assume so if they're deciding that they're all connected.
I don't think they've ever specifically.
It's not.
said
It's not one of those where. It's not one of those where they basically go.
It's not the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, no, what I mean is that you can go into this one not playing the other two and be perfectly fine.
Oh, yeah. You can do that easily.
Yeah, that's good. From there to JRPG anime, Tales of Arise.
Yes!
Now, the Tales series is a very popular and long-running series, and they've actually changing the battles.
Yeah, it's a lot
combat.
By the looks of things, it's a lot more action
RPG.
Action RPG over to what it was.
Yeah, which will be interesting because the Tales games have always had some form of co-op in it.
Yeah.
In regards to when you were in battle, people could
Yeah, you
joining.
could have like a 4-player. You can have four people playing
Yeah.
in a fight.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. So it'll be interesting if they decide to somehow implement that as well, or
I
not.
think it'd be cool because I think this is the first time. Well, not the first time because obviously they had that live stream a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
They've shown off more characters than just the 2 that we knew of. So.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what comes of that.
I do.
The art style is clear, like instantly recognizable as a Tales game.
Yes.
We have your stereotypical anime dark emo bad guy, from the looks of it.
Was he the bad guy? This is the thing. Was he the bad guy? I don't know.
From the way the
Probably.
trailer, well, no,
Tales.
the way the trailer went,
Yeah.
he's going to be the antagonist at least at the start
Yeah.
of the story.
No, in Tales, he won't be the antagonist.
He won't be the big bad.
long.
He won't be the big bad. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if I would be surprised if a JRPG shoved the main antagonist at the very start of the
Yeah.
in the trailers, because you got to think, right? Final Fantasy VII, apart from the Sephiroth in the fire, that was the only thing you saw of him in the trailers. I'm on about the original, not the remake. Yeah, Final Fantasy, when they go on about when they show trailers and that, very rarely is the final boss the big bad
Yeah.
ever shown in the actual trailers. I mean, granted, now it's just look at how pretty this is.
Yeah, that's true.
But JRPGs in general tend not to show the main villain. So yeah, if he's somehow, I'll be very surprised if he turns out to be the actual final villain that you fight at the end. But then again, you never know. Maybe. Following that was Sky getting a Switch release announcement. I think next month, if I remember correctly. So anyone who wants to have that portable game, by all means. And then into a really beautiful game, Planet of Lana.
Oh yeah.
Which was it's like a hand-drawn, hand-painted
Yeah.
art style, 2D. I had there was some Limbo color. If you took Limbo and colorized it instead of just being black and white,
Alright.
if you colorized it, that's the sort of vibe I got, in a sense, from maybe not the way the stories were going to be told, but the way the style, because the story, the trailer was not weird, but it starts off with this person and this animal, and the animal, he's petting this animal, and then all of a sudden things start falling from the sky. And it starts with one, and then all of a sudden it's I'm like, that's a meteor. No, oh, there's more. Oh, they're not meteors. They look like landing craft. That's the first thing I thought. It was because they're they're too big to be missiles. Because you don't see missiles, you just see the trails they make. And it was no, these are big. These have things in them. So it's going. That's one I think potentially I want to keep my eye on.
Yes.
It looks gorgeous, though. It looks absolutely gorgeous. So whoever went on the art direction, good job. You've nailed that. It's already looking beautiful as hell. Following that, we had Overwatch 2.
Which we basically just got
Absolutely nothing.
we got 2 character designs.
We got 2 redesigned characters, Sombra and Baptiste. And to be perfectly honest, they haven't really changed. I mean, one, I understand the problem of it, you want to change them, but you've got to keep them recognizable of who they are. But Sombra doesn't look like they've changed it that much.
They just look like they've added a little bit of detail to it. That's
A
about
little
it.
bit, change her hairstyle, and maybe her jacket doesn't have the long tail, skirt that she had before. I think that's pretty much it.
And Baptiste has got a hairstyle.
Yeah, Baptiste looks very similar
And his
to his
beard's a bit
original.
bigger.
Yeah,
But his normal his like suit looks pretty much the same.
Yeah, there may be some intricate details that they've changed on it, but there's not really that.
At the
much.
moment, I think Genji's the one that they've changed the most.
The thing is, right? My issue with Overwatch 2 now is that we've had very little.
Yeah, and the live streams that we have had, they've not really shown anything.
Yeah.
And the last live stream where they
they've announced that
it's going to be 5v5.
5v5 and you're only allowed one tank. In which case, like, half the tanks on Overwatch can't be tanks because they can't be... They're not designed to be solo tanks. Like, Roadhog can't tank on his own. D.Va definitely can't tank on her own because she's just a giant head. She's just a giant hitbox.
Yeah, she's a moving headshot. That's what she is.
That's all she is. It's like, yeah, she's got all this and the shield and all this health and that, but it's like, yeah, but if every fucking thing that comes by her is classed as a fucking headshot, it doesn't matter how much health she has. And it's like the aesthetics wasn't the problem. That there wasn't the issue with Overwatch. Like that's not the problem, if any, that Overwatch has, is its aesthetics. It's aesthetic. If I would class the only problem Overwatch had was its meta.
Yeah.
It's ultimate economy.
Yeah.
Because very rare, like, it was very too easy to ruffle stomp over people. There was no catch-up mechanic in a sense. Or very rarely did you have a comeback.
Yeah.
In Overwatch. Very rarely was there an actual comeback in... I mean, hell, even in Overwatch League, that was a very rare occurrence. I mean, granted, that Overwatch League would be in... Because those people play at such a high level, it's probably exacerbated that fact. But yeah, I'm getting quite concerned because apart from the what they planned for the PvE element, we've not actually had.
We've not seen
anything, and we actually haven't seen any gameplay of the PvE side. And that's the only thing really that I wanted work on. I thought there was nothing apart from maybe little tweaks and balances to try and change the meta, the ultimate meta, not character meta sort of thing. Like make it so that there is some sort of
maybe nerf Reaper a little bit.
Return Reaper to having to pick up orbs to heal. Please. I want that. I want Reaper to be a risk reward character, not just go into a massive group and blindly fire and somehow end up with more health than he fucking started. That that would be great. Why is it always the fucking edgelord, the fucking dark edgelords that get the fucking favoritism? You notice that?
Yeah, it is.
Fucking Reaper. I'm trying to think. There's plenty of other things. Anyway, before I start on a massive rant and digress, but yeah, I'm quietly concerned.
Yeah, if I'm honest,
it's not like Anthem levels of, oh my god, this is starting to look really bad. It's it is kind of like, I'm kind of concerned because there's not much coming out.
If I'm honest, with the way Blizzard have been running themselves for the past couple of years, I kind of stopped caring.
That is very true.
Which, now that I say it out loud, I feel kind of weird, because I remember just absolutely loving Overwatch.
When Overwatch first came out,
and now I just don't care about the game. I don't even care about it now.
When Overwatch first came out, the thing is, when Overwatch first came out, they hit that fine balance of character, skill level, and accessibility. And ever since then, all the little tweaks and changes, and a lot of the usual problems of a live service game where power creep creeps in, because when who was who was put in. Like there were certain characters put in, and then they forced changes to certain characters, and they had then changed. It had a knock-on effect on all of those, and like I think Reaper was one of those that suffered from the power creep, where he all of a sudden wasn't as effective enough, and which is why they changed his mechanics to what they are now. Problem being is that they overcompensated.
Yeah.
And then like Torbjorn, when they just went, oh yeah, you can just have his level 2 gun. He's level 2. You don't have to work at it. And it's like, it's like they simplified the wrong things that needed to be simplified, in a sense. In my opinion, I'm just one person. I could, other people can think of what the fuck they want. And the fact that they like, it's weird. Like everyone got so excited for Overwatch 2 when they announced it at BlizzCon.
Yeah.
And it is once again, and it's looking more and more like they did that because of all the hoo-ha out of I don't know, maybe the whole Blitzchung thing.
Yeah, that's definitely. I mean, that's why they showed Diablo 4 so early.
Yeah, and it's why it's looking like why Overwatch 2 was shown so early. But here's my question: did Overwatch 2 at that time, or even now, need a sequel? I would probably argue no. Not really.
I don't know. I think, yeah, you can give it a sequel. I don't think... I think maybe you could have just added in the
PvE.
The PvE stuff.
Well, they had done
you
it in a special event.
What I mean is, like, you keep them.
Yeah.
Instead of them just going away.
Yeah. I think the problem, my quiet concern is like, because they're now focusing on Overwatch 2, there was clearly little being done on Overwatch 1.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of people are saying it's let's be honest, it's not fun playing that game now. It's not fun. Not as a randomer. Hell no. It is a painful experience, and I refuse to go through it. And
well, I mean, it could be worse.
It could be.
You could play the Crucible on Destiny.
Oh, that hellscape.
That is just don't do it.
I mean, hell, they're finally nerfing.
No, yeah, they've finally nerfed Stasis.
Oh
my god.
They finally nerfed it.
It just took them over a year to bloody do it.
I mean, yeah, they just decimated their Crucible fan player base to literally almost nothing. So, yeah, good job there, Bungie. Yeah, so I don't know why we're talking so long on Overwatch 2, considering the fact that they only showed 2 characters. I think it's because it's one of those where I enjoy the game. I do actually love Overwatch. I love the characters. I love, like, when I first played it, it was really fun. There is a play style for everyone. I love being D.Va and Smash Mouth in your face. I'm a problem. Deal with me. Come on. I love doing that, and I think the problem is that it's gotten to a stage where you can't do certain things, and they've gone away. The game's gotten away from where it was originally, what it's intended for, and I think it's just the fact that, like, apart from character designs, we've got very little.
Yeah, like I said, we got that stream a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah,
and it really all it did was just show off a map, really. And to be fair,
and I didn't look at it. Was one of those where I looked at it and went, "I don't." Unless you told me,
you could have just.
Unless you told me that's Overwatch 2.
Overwatch.
Yeah, unless you told me that was Overwatch 2, I wouldn't know the difference.
Yeah. The only reason why I knew it was Overwatch 2 is because they had the redesigns of Reinhardt and Genji on it.
Yeah.
If that wasn't there, I wouldn't have known. I would have just thought, they're putting a new map in.
I think my thing is when they announced the fact that they're dropping it to 5v5 and you can only have one tank. That's the biggest thing that made me really concerned, because it's like, so you're going to have to redesign everyone. Especially the tanks over it, because, like, apart from Reinhardt, no one else can tank solo.
Orisa can. And
Orisa can, but, like,
What's his name?
Not if you. The thing is, Orisa can, but not if you want to get the best out of it. Like that's the big problem. Reinhardt is solely there to take damage, to deal damage and draw the enemy into him.
I'm trying to think. What's his name? The gravity dude.
Sigma.
Sigma, yeah. He can tank on his own.
I suppose.
If you're a good Sigma.
Yeah, if you're a good Sigma.
If you're
That's
good
two
with Sigma.
characters.
Yeah.
That's only two characters. You have to redesign everyone. And then like the whole thing when they introduced new characters and they had to redesign. Like, oh god dang it! Why is my screensaver all of a sudden deciding to do stuff? Anyway, this never used to happen when I used to do this. Why are you doing this?
Now it's doing it.
Yeah. Anyway, I think we talked about Overwatch 2 long enough.
Yes.
They've clearly got a lot more work to do, and I think.
Well, I mean, if they haven't, they're not showing it.
Yeah. But I think like at the moment, being quietly concerned is probably the best option. I can't be like standing here and say I'm looking forward to Overwatch 2 because I'm not. I'm really not. I have too many concerns over, and another problem is that clearly these like Blizzard today is not the Blizzard that released Overwatch.
Yeah.
And in fact, like just recently, the head guy for Overwatch left. Like there is no one left at that company. Not in a big decision-making position.
There's just what's his
They're
name?
just a subsidiary of. They're basically just a subsidiary of Activision now.
We did not hold ourselves to our standards,
And
and for that
what
we
standards?
apologise.
I'm trying to think. Was there anything else of major interest before we get to the big one?
Was it the Never-Ending Dungeon?
Endless Dungeon.
Endless
Dungeon. Yeah, there was Endless
cool.
Dungeon. Monster Hunter Stories. So we'll go. Monster Hunter Stories they showed before Endless Dungeon. Paladins was before then as well, but that was just basically a skin update.
Well, it was Genlock or whatever that
yeah,
means.
it's a skin update for some of the characters.
Oh, okay.
It's basically new skins for some people. It's fine. Monster Hunter Stories, it's the second one. Now I don't know if the third...
Monster Hunter Stories 2.
Monster Hunter Story 2. I don't know about the first. Did the first one get a Western release?
I think so. I just don't think it got very popular. Like it wasn't like advertised. I don't think.
But yeah, if you want basically Pokemon mixed in with Monster Hunter, that's more or less what Monster Hunter Stories is.
Pretty much, yeah.
Almost, maybe,
Yeah.
possibly. I don't know.
I'd probably.
It's an RPG. It's an actual RPG Monster Hunter game.
Yeah,
There we
it
go.
has a better story than Pokemon. To be fair.
Well, Pokemon, all it is about you want to be the best the best Pokemon of the region. That's all you want to be. That's it. That is every Pokemon.
You're going to be a Pokemon master.
You're going to be the best Pokemon trainer in your region. Not the world, your region. The reason why you can't have the world is because Nintendo don't understand how to make a world.
Don't know
how to
Game Freak. Game Freak
Game Freak don't know how to make a full world. They can make parts of a world, but not the full one. God, it must suck to live in those places. I want to go over to this region. You can't. Why? Because it's in this game. Endless Dungeon. It looks like a 3 or 4 player isometric dungeon crawler a la Doom, but like with guns. Not Doom, Diablo, but with guns.
Alright.
It looks really fun. It's got a lot of. It seems to have a bit of tongue-in-cheek humor to it, which is I will definitely never ever say no to that sort of thing.
It looks pretty cool, actually.
After all, games that know their games sometimes are the funniest things ever.
Yeah. Tribes of Midgar. That looks really damn cool.
Yes.
That's kind of the same thing, where it's top down, but you can have like.
But it's Viking themed.
It's Viking themed, and you build your village, and you've got to protect it from the giants.
Yeah, the freaking frost giant looks amazing.
It does. Actually, most of them do. Like, did you see the cyclone looking one?
And here's the thing, right? I think this is one of the like. accidental good things that's come from God of War is that the fact that God of War was Norse setting,
Yeah.
it's Norse setting, has made Norse more popular, like Norse themed games more popular, which I can definitely say is not a bad thing. I mean, friggin' hell, Norse mythology is like it's literally grade A mythology, grade A.
Yeah, it's up there.
It's definitely up there. Just don't get your Norse mythology from Marvel.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not.
It's not like that.
It's not nowhere near like that.
Thor's a dick. Like
Yeah,
just a straight A
Thor
dick.
and a drunk.
And a drunk, yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, Tribes of Midgard. The whole setting is based. The whole theme of it is basically you and you can. It's cooperative as well.
Yeah.
And you and your friends can build this place and defend it against giants. There seemed to be a wind titan.
Yeah, wind.
Frost giants.
There was that weird giant witch.
Yeah, there was a giant witch thing, which could be.
It could be fucking anything.
It could be anything. Yeah, it could be absolutely anything. But yeah, that looks really good for Tribes of Midgard. Looks really interesting. I'm going to definitely keep an eye on that. What else was there? Back 4 Blood showed a little bit more. Showed some of the special.
Yeah, they announced a PvP mode as well.
Yeah, and they were going to do a special stream afterwards.
Yeah,
which we didn't get. We didn't watch
because I don't care.
But yeah, basically, and this is the thing. There's this one and the 70s where we've got two like horde. Yeah,
one,
and it is literally like, well, since Valve ain't giving us Left 4 Dead 3, we might as well just make our own. I mean, I'm not going to say no to that. Left 4 Dead is fun, and if they get it right, these two other games are going to be fun as well. What else was there? Oh, before we get on to the big thing, Evil Dead.
Evil Dead looks really good.
It does.
I was like,
when I first saw the teaser trailer, which I think was last year as well, I was like, okay, this is going to be a cheap cash in, as always. It's going to be terrible. No, they've actually done their homework and put some work into this.
Yeah, it looks mint.
It looks really good. The combat in it looks smooth as hell and fun. Ash just gets a double-barreled shotgun and blasts a zombie
straight up.
Straight in the face. But it's not like a canned animation. Well, it might be, but it doesn't feel like a canned animation where it just goes bang. No, he comes out of this in the middle of a run, brings out his shotgun, fires it, and puts the shotgun back behind his back. It is. I'm not like the most. I'm like, yeah, that's cool.
That was cool.
That was cool.
It was mint.
And they're getting characters from all the Evil Dead movies.
Yeah.
Like there's a knight from the third one, which is
there's a
I
couple
think
of characters.
Was it Ash versus the Army
of Darkness?
Army of Darkness. That's the one. I'm trying to remember who the lass is from. I think she's from the second one because I'm pretty sure Ash is the only survivor from the first one.
Yes,
the first Evil Dead, and then there's the second one, and then there's the Army of Darkness. But yeah, it seems to be like a 4v1 where, like, instead of Dead by Daylight, where whoever's the monster is constantly running from him. It's like, no, you can actually fight back, but just be careful because the guy that the one is going to be pretty darn powerful.
Yeah, because you've got to find artifacts and other things to like depower them.
Yeah, you've got to like basically do the ritual to close the portal to stop the evil spirits getting in.
Yeah.
And the person who is on the other side is trying to stop you. Yeah, it looks really fun. They've definitely done they've worked on the combat mechanics, and the animations look really good, very smooth. I wouldn't be surprised if the next thing we hear about it is a release date in the next month or so. It looks
ready to ship.
It looks polished. Like it looks, and I think if it isn't ready to polish, then it's probably just like content, maybe map designs and items and things to do. So yeah, it's one to look forward to. If you like Dead by Daylight, I have a feeling a lot of people may like this as well.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking to see if there's anything else we should mention. Oh yeah, Fall Guys is getting a 2B.
I may have to go on Fall Guys.
Yeah.
I just want the costume.
I mean, what more is there to say? It's a bean with a costume for 2B.
Yeah. 2Bean.
2Bean indeed.
2Bean.
2Bean. Anything else? I'm trying to remember what Tunic was. Tunic was
Tunic was the little fox.
Oh yeah.
Zelda looking game.
Yeah, it was a Zelda type isometric.
It looks adorable.
Dungeon adventure game.
It looks adorable.
Yeah, and your protagonist is a little fox.
Yeah, you can get a stick and.
With a fox he's wearing a cardigan from the looks of it. It is cute as hell. It is cute and adorable as hell. And yeah, I'm pretty sure there'll be a lot of people that want to play that. So yeah, that's something else to keep an eye on. But then we get it to the coup de grace.
We got to the end.
The pièce de résistance.
The reason, let's face it, the reason everybody was watching this.
The meme that it was coming is no longer a meme.
For it is coming.
For it is true. It is real. And it is Elden Ring.
Oh my god. It looked so fucking cool.
I need a goddamn PS5 now. I need a goddamn PS5.
It looks...
Oh
my god. Like, I don't... Where the fuck do you even start?
Well, one, you need a horse because...
You get a...
My god, that world looks big.
Your horse has got like a... It's like a deer crossed with a moose.
Yeah, it's a magical being.
Yeah.
It looks like there are non-hostile things in the world.
Yeah.
Because you were riding past them. Which will make a change for being in a for being a potential Souls-like game. Like, everything usually is out to get you. Like, it'd be very weird walking past one of these giant things and it not trying to eat my face.
Well, that's just one of those like oh, it won't attack you unless you attack it.
Yeah, that is very true. But again, they are very rare in the Souls game.
They are very rare in the Souls game.
But yeah, it looks... I think my only early indication for like the one thing that separates this from like Dark Souls, like, you know, like Dark Souls is just slow and methodical.
I got a Bloodborne vibe of fighting.
Yeah, with Bloodborne being to hyper aggressive and trick weapons, and Sekiro being like all about precision.
Yeah.
Like this one seems to be more. It's like a combination of magical weapons, and because we haven't seen we didn't see the actual combat per se, but you know we did see a lot of cool shit.
We did see a lot of cool shit.
They've already dropped what we're going to be called. We are the Tarnished One.
Yep.
So obviously, and it seems to be something about like a hierarchy of us, maybe not us rebelling, but like us not doing what our position is supposed to do. From what some of them maybe saying, like, me, a Tarnished One? How dare you stand against me?
Yeah.
Like, there's some, like, real taken aback, like, wait, you lowly person? What the hell are you thinking of?
The enemy design for some of those, like, which are clearly bosses.
Yes.
Like, they look so good. There's that weird hand spider thing.
Oh, God, when I saw that, I was like, well, that's nightmare fuel.
It's just a giant hand thing
running at you like it's the thing.
You've got that weird dude with the tree face.
Yeah,
I think it is. But yeah, the designs for these things, like all of them are striking. Like you spot them.
It's weird. Like the art design, it's a lot brighter art design than any of the Souls games that have come before it. And again, like the first thing that instantly was like, yeah, this is an open freaking like there were massive
this is definitely
spaces.
open world.
This is like massive open spaces, and I'm like, how the hell? How big is this thing gonna be? It's going to be huge. I'm not that I'm gonna be complaining about it. The combat looks as if it's like very Dark Souls / Demon Souls type of gameplay.
Yeah.
But again, we won't know the details until late.
What I'm hoping for is, because we did see a little bit of magic that was actually being used. What I'm hoping for is that, because one of my criticisms for the Souls game is like magic, other than maybe healing yourself, you don't really need it. It's not something that's like.
Yeah.
And hell, I mean, for a lot of time, unless you're the sorcerer, unless you want to do the sorcerer class or like the wizard class or whatever,
you can get by without magic.
You don't really need it.
You don't really need it. You don't need it. Need magic. So you also become
I'm hoping that like
also the magic classes in the Souls games are usually very glass cannon,
very squishy.
They are very glass cannony. They can deal out a lot of damage, but they cannot take it.
So what I'm hoping for is that, like, because we saw the obviously he put magic into his sword.
Yeah.
So deal is that like they've like improved on how magic is used
maybe
in their games.
I think that maybe that's the gimmick's the wrong word, but like that's the type of gaming that they're gonna have. Where you know how like Bloodborne had its trick weapons. And, I think Dark Souls 3 had the special abilities for its weapons. I think that's potentially what they're going to have for Elden Ring. Going back to bosses, so yeah, I mean they pulled out there are some really striking like bosses that we're going to be facing, like instantly recognizable once you've played them. And then just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, you think you're facing a dragon. Oh no.
Oh yeah, this one just summons lightning and catches it.
A mage dragon for all that, for all other names that I can think of. Jesus, it looks fantastic.
We got a release date as well.
Yes.
Of January the 22nd.
God damn it! I need a PlayStation 5.
Is it January? Was it 22nd or 21st?
21st, I think.
21st.
Anyway, January 20 something.
2022.
You need a PlayStation 5 for that. I need a PlayStation 5 for that. You don't.
Or an Xbox Series X.
Yes, if you are so inclined.
I need an SSD.
Yes.
That's what I need.
By then, they'll have told you which SSDs are available.
Hopefully. Fucking Sony, man. Hurry up. Jesus Christ. The console's been out for 6 months.
Just, it's like... I think the thing with Elden Ring is like we know the standards that From Software have means that we're probably confident that this is going to be a damn good game when it comes out.
Oh yeah, this is going to be great.
Obviously, if you are a fan of these types of games, you know not everyone is. You know there are
detractors.
If you try to please everyone, you are guaranteed to please no one.
Yeah.
So, I'm looking forward to hearing more details of what's coming.
Yeah.
And then blindly going into that world and failing miserably.
I'm looking forward to Fashion Souls. I'm looking forward to a new season of Fashion Souls.
Yes.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
There will be death. And also there will be death.
Oh yeah.
Lots and lots of
Oh yeah, they did kind of show off that there is some sort of co-op thing going on.
Similar to what Souls games. I really hope that these going into screensaver modes won't fuck up my
recording.
I'll be very disappointed if it has. But anyway, I think we'll leave it on that. It's, I would say, for the E3 week, a good start.
I think it's Ubisoft today. I think there's a Ubisoft one today. Which I want to watch because I want to see, because I think this is their first thing since the whole thing.
Yes, it is the first thing. It is their
so
first proper thing.
I want to see if they address it or not.
They won't. We all know they won't. They may come out if they do. It'll be the same as Blizzard, where they were not held to their high standards.
We've not been holding.
It'll be the
to our high
most
standards.
disingenuous corporate speak
thing
that you'll ever hear. It'll be infuriating and glorious in equal measures, because it is just like, how out of touch do you have to be to know how bad you fucked up? Like, how the hell do you function outside of your office and room and building? How do you do so? Because you clearly do not understand the outside world.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, I think that's... it's a good start. There's a few games to keep an eye on. Definitely, obviously, Elden Ring. That's the big one that everyone
Actually, speaking of Elden Ring, before we go, apparently From Software, Miyazaki deliberately asked that their game go on last, so that people would stick through the entire stream, so you would see all the other little games, which is pretty cool.
Which is pretty cool, but like, that's basically hyping 101. You put the thing everyone wants to watch last.
Oh yeah, I know that, but
you put that on last because then everyone will watch the whole thing.
That's very true, but they could have done like an EA and done like, oh no, our game goes on first.
Yeah, but no one wants to watch EA games.
Yeah, I know, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, the AAA game industry doesn't understand the world it lives in.
Yeah.
So, anyway, thank you everyone for anyone who's watched this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Is there anything you guys are looking forward to? Is there any of the other streams / presentations that you are looking forward to as well? Again, I'm kind of interested in the Ubisoft one, but not for the games they're announcing.
Yeah.
Even though I probably will be very disappointed about the fact that they probably won't mention anything about it.
Probably not.
Like I said, I do really, really wish they would have some sort of chat interaction. I mean, one, it would just show how disconnected they are from the freaking world they live in. If they actually did that. And two, it'd just be so funny to watch.
If I'm honest, I'm waiting for
Message deleted, message deleted, message deleted, message deleted.
I'm waiting for them to not address the things that have been allegations, right? And then be like, we at Ubisoft care about about diversity and
about diversity. Yeah.
And we work really hard to bring you the best game possible.
Until we go free to play, and then we'll just half-ass everything and charge you through the nose for it.
I mean, you already do that anyway. But anyway,
I think that's enough for today. Thank you everyone for watching. I am now going to check to see if this recording has actually done okay, and we'll see you in the next one. Until then,
bye now.
Toodles.